reached the starting gate. It's post time. Cold front, the favorite comes forward. And they're into the stretch. Cold front, put to the 10. Cold front does it again. Firing the field in the Amsterdam.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and we'll kick off the 50-cent late pick 5 at Saratoga on Wednesday with our Spa Baby race. Let's throw up the field for race number 6. We're going a mile and a 16th on the turf. These are New York-bred 2-year-old fillies. 8 entered. The number 8, Lady Quinn, is entered main track only. And our morning line favorite, Nicole, the number 7, Smokie Eyes, ticks a lot of boxes.
Absolutely. And, this is a really fun race. We're going 2 turns on the turf. When we start getting into these 2-turn races, I think it's really fun to pick apart the pedigrees a little bit. Smokie Eyes, the morning line favorite, by a stallion who has done well with his turf runners, bit of a hidden turf sire, and we always discuss those.
Let's kick things off with the rail-drawn entrant, the number 1, Amanda's Folly, a filly with experience. Now, she didn't run well in her main track debut, but when you look at this pedigree, you wonder if trainer Rudy Rodriguez was using that race as a prep. She's a half-sister to a Grade 2 stakes winner, Ancient Secret, a Grade 3 stakes place turf router, Jace's Solitude, and the Dam one on turf.
Yeah, and I think going long on turf specifically is what she wants to do. You mentioned those half siblings. They were both turf routers. I certainly think Mendelssohn, a multiple winner around 2 turns on both turf and dirt. I think he's going to be a versatile stallion, but definitely a 2-turn stallion. His runners are just now really starting to heat up, and the sprint on dirt was probably not what she wanted to do on debut.
She stretches out, adds blinkers, and should show good positional speed from the inside post. Keep an eye on her in the preliminaries. I noticed before her race at Belmont, she was a little bit fractious behind the gate and in the post parade. The number 2 is Bernt Again. This is a first-time starter trained by Dominic Schettino, who popped with a big price debut runner the other day, and Luis Saez is enticed to ride here.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I'd kind of almost prefer to see this horse on dirt. Could be here looking for the 2 turns because that's where those opportunities are right now. A lot of dirt in the family, and the sire, Honorable Dylan, does very well with his 2-year-old debut starters, but not as well with his first turf starters.
I tend to agree with you there, Nicole. This filly is by Honorable Dylan, who, as you mentioned, has done well with juvenile debut runners, not exactly with turf. There is a lot of dirt, not only dirt, but precocity in this pedigree as well. The 3 is Collaboration, and on the face of it, this filly should really love 2 turns in turf. She's by English Channel out of a Giant's Causeway mare, and Linda Rice can obviously pop with a first-time starter.
Absolutely, especially on turf. That's really where a lot of Linda Rice's horses excel. I think you hit the nail on the head with the pedigree. By turf champion English Channel, who tends to impart his long-windedness to his offspring. Some dirt in the female family. The Dam herself, a stakes winner on dirt, but being by Giant's Causeway, that should lend versatility to her progeny.
The second dam was a juvenile Grade 2 stakes winning router on dirt. She won her debut, and I like a couple of 5-furlong breezes leading up to this debut. I'm expecting this filly to be fit with a Rad Ortiz aboard. The 4 is Dream On Cara, who made her debut sprinting on turf at Belmont and gave an even performance. But looking at this pedigree, even with Central Banker, more of a sprint influence on top, I think this filly could appreciate going long. There's a lot of stamina on the bottom half.
Absolutely. The Dam by North Light, a European runner from a long-winded family, some turf route ability you see there on the pedigree card. And she finished with some interest in that turf sprint debut that makes me think both that she'll benefit from the experience and benefit from a little bit more ground. And she's picking up Javier Castellano for the second start.
The number 5 is Lady Jasmine, going on for trainer David Donk, who sent out some very live runners at this meet. John Velasquez takes them out. A $45,000 yearling by the rock-solid stallion Cairo Prince. There's a lot of dirt in this pedigree, Nicole, on the bottom.
There is on the bottom, but she's one of a couple in here for Cairo Prince, who's kind of a sneaky good turf sire. And to no surprise, he's by Pioneer of the Nile, who's the sire of Grade 1 winners on both dirt and turf. Pioneer of the Nile, of course, the sire of American Pharaoh, who's done so well with his turf runners. As you mentioned, John Velasquez taking them out for David Dunk, who can pop with a horse at a price. I'm intrigued by that combination of connections and a nice long work tab for this horse that makes me think she'll have a nice base underneath her for her debut.
Cairo Prince is also the sire of the 6, Sweetest Princess, trained by George Weaver. Manny Franco takes the mount. This is a $60,000 yearling. The dam is a half-sister to a graded stakes place dirt sprinter, but the Cairo Prince Giants Causeway Cross has produced a nice turf horse, new and improved, who was a Grade 2 stakes winner on the lawn.
Yeah, and that Cairo Prince, Pioneer of the Nile classic line over a Giants Causeway mare, he, the sire of long-winded runners himself, that definitely makes me think that we're going to appreciate 2 turns for this horse.
And the morning line favorite is next. That's the 7, Smokie Eyes by Nyquist. $160,000 yearling. As you see, Nyquist has a very good percentage with juvenile debut runners, 16%. The dam was a Grade 3 stakes place turf sprinter. So there's turf, there's class, there's speed in this pedigree. And she's trained by Christophe Clement.
And getting Flavian Pratt aboard and should be able to work out a nice trip from that outside post. And not a huge field, a lot of turf on both sides of the family. We mentioned Nyquist, the leading freshman sire a couple of years ago, in the mold of his own sire, Uncle Mo. And just like his own sire, Uncle Mo, I think the Nyquists are kind of able to run on a little bit of everything. That really, this line just throws tremendous athletes.
Well, let's take a look at our top selections for Wednesday's Spa Baby Race presented by Spendthrift. You're going with Amanda's Folly. I probably should have put her on top. She's going to be a much better price than Smokie Eyes, and I really think she's going to improve with the surface switch.
I think so too. I think she definitely has license to improve. It's very interesting that these 2 top selections are bookending the field here. I think Smokie Eyes is maybe drawn better for her top connections, but this isn't a huge field, and Amanda's Folly should have some time to work out a trip from her inside break. I think she'll move forward off that first start as she's probably getting to a preferred distance and surface. And as I said, the Mendelssohns are really heating up.
Like the combination of stamina and speed in Smokie Eyes' pedigree, the connections speak for themselves. Nicole's horse is very interesting. I want to use Amanda's Folly. We have the same Quinella in this race. 1756 for Nicole, 7124 for me. It's the Wednesday Spa Baby Race at Saratoga, and our coverage all meet long, presented by Spendthrift.